RMS. I'm Mr. Cunningham. Today I'm with Mr. Spielman, the Vice Principal here at RMS. We're going to discuss the end of the year reward activities.
We've had a lot of questions throughout first semester about what we're going to do at the end of the year, and we're happy to finally share some answers. There's been a team of administrators and teachers that came together to figure out what our options for students are going to be. So we'd like to share those with you today. We will start with the sixth graders. Sixth graders this year are going to have a couple choices. When the spring rolls around, they're going to have some choices of going roller skating, possibly things like bowling, gymnastics, possibly going to see a movie at the movie theater. Sixth graders do not need to worry about choosing right now. They can choose in the spring once we finalize what those options are. Seventh graders are going to have a couple different options. Seventh graders, similar to what was done last year, seventh grade will have the option of going to Mount Olympus in Wisconsin Dells, or the possibility of something new, going to a Brewer game. Both of those trips will cost students between $20 to $25. Later this week, in your lunch hour, 7th grade students will have the option to vote on which of those trips they would like to have their class attend. 8th graders.
Just out of curiosity, where could they find more information on that? Is it going to be in the lunchroom, or do they have to come see somebody?
You can either ask your FIT or your homeroom teacher for more information, or you can just ask questions in the lunchroom. As I said, later this week we will vote on which option is best for the 7th grade. 8th graders will have those same two options. They can go to the Brewer game. They can go to Mount Olympus. Once again, those trips cost between $20 and $25. They will also have the option of going to Six Flags. The Six Flags trip, which students have had the opportunity to go on before, can cost roughly $50 to $55. So that trip's a little bit more expensive. So if that's an option that you think you would want to go on, make sure in advance you have that conversation with your parents to see if that's something that is going to be feasible for you and your family. Once again, we will vote on, later this week, the 8th graders will vote on the Brewer game, Mount Olympus, or Six Flags. Whichever trip gets the most votes will be the trip that the students are able to attend.
So the big difference there is probably the cost.
Yep.
Six Flags being a little bit more, maybe even not a little bit more, a lot more.
Significantly more?
And then the Brewers in Mount Olympus being a little bit less, $20 to $25 compared to $50 or $55 for Six Flags. So that's the big difference. 7th graders, your options cost about the same. So it's kind of, what do you want to do? Do you want to go to a Brewer game at Miller Park, or do you want to go up to the Dells in Mount Olympus?
Correct.
Just a little quick thing is, do the Brewers play in the last week of school, or would that be a little bit different?
It may have to be the last week in May. We just have to figure out when there's a Brewer game during the day, but good question.
Okay, so Mount Olympus would probably be about that same time period.
We'd like to wait till it gets warm.
Yes, perfect.
Mount Olympus in February isn't quite as much fun.
Right, so does everybody get to go on this trip, or do we have some requirements for these guys to go on that trip?
It's a good question. The requirements are going to be similar to what they were last year. There's going to be 3 parts of eligibility: behavior, attendance, and academics. So let's start by talking about behavior. Last year, if you received a blue slip, you weren't able to attend the trips. This year, it's going to be a similar criteria. We're going to use if you receive a major referral, you are not able to attend the trips or the activities. Just to clarify, that's 1 major or that's 4 minors. 4 minors equal a major. So if you receive a major from either 1 incident or from 4 minor incidents equaling a major, you would not be able to attend.
Is that all year, or are we going to have a time period on that?
We're going to start tomorrow. So we're going to start on Tuesday morning, first thing Tuesday morning. So Tuesday morning through May will be our criteria period for the behavior referrals.
So if you get 1 major starting today, basically tomorrow, or 4 minors adding up to a major, you are ineligible for that trip.
That is correct. So that's piece 1, behavior. The second piece is attendance. Students who are habitually truant or habitually late. Habitually truant is kind of a big word, but habitually truant means that students that are marked unexcused for more than 10 days of school would be ineligible to attend the reward activities. And that criteria will be the entire year. So if a student has 10 days over an entire year, they would not be eligible to attend. The third piece is the academic piece, and we've had a similar criteria last year. Students that have 3 or more, let me rephrase that, less than 3, Fs, less than 3 Fs would be able to attend. So if you have 3 Fs, you would not be able to attend, and that means during 3rd quarter grading period, during trimester grade period for the 8th graders, or 4th quarter progress reports. If you have 3 Fs, you would be ineligible to attend the trip.
And that's a total. So if I had 2 Fs 3rd quarter, and then I got another F or 2 in the 4th quarter grading period, that that would add up to I couldn't go, right?
Correct. So if you receive one F during third quarter and another F during fourth quarter progress report, you'd still be eligible.
Okay.
But if you have a 3 total, you'd no longer be eligible.
Okay.
And once again, the behavior piece starts tomorrow, Tuesday. Or let me rephrase that, Wednesday, because we're watching the video on Tuesday. And the attendance and academics, academics is those grading periods which I mentioned, and attendance is the entire year.
Okay, perfect. Appreciate it.
If you have any more questions, feel free to come and ask Mr. Cunningham or I, or feel free to ask one of your homeroom teachers. Have a great day, RMS.
Thank you.